Today on the channel, we're taking a look at some Star Wars Black Series. From the Mandalorian, we've got Boba Fett and Migs Mayfeld. And from the book of Boba Fett, we've got Fennec Shand.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here. Welcome back to the channel for another Star Wars Black Series unboxing and review. It feels like it's been an eternity since we've done a lot of Star Wars talk on the channel. As you guys remember, 2021 was the year of Star Wars here on the channel, but things have changed. Distribution has been tough. Releases have been tough. The Black Series is a ship without a home, it feels like. They're just falling around, going out at sea and not sure where they're going to dock. That's how it feels like, at least for me, on the outside looking in, compared to your Marvel Legends, your wrestling toy lines, NECA, things like that. It seems like Star Wars doesn't have the plan the other groups have. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. You can chime in the comments down below. But today, we're taking a look at some new Black Series. We've got Fennec Shand, we've got Boba Fett, and we've got Migs Mayfeld. But remember, for all your Star Wars needs and a whole lot more, to hit up Big Bad Toy Store. Link in the description below. So as usual on the channel, we're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. We're going to start it off with old Fennec Shand, because you know what? Ladies first. I've learned that from my daughters and my wife. They say, hey, guess what? Ladies first. So I've been following it, and we're following it in our action figure unboxings and reviews. So number one, the first figure from Star Wars, the Book of Boba Fett, and I enjoyed that series. I don't know if all you guys watched it or not. Some people didn't like it. Some people were in the middle. I did enjoy it. I seem to enjoy most of those things. I try to keep a clear head, a clear mind. I just think back of some of the faults of Hasbro. Rancor, anyone? How do you think that Rancor would have been backed if they had the Book of Boba Fett already completed at the time? I always think about that, but it is what it is. There's no going back, and they said there's no Rancor for us, no Rancor. Hopefully they come out and figure a way to get it. But you got Fennec Shand in package, you got her blaster, you got her helmet, you got the figure. Very boring background, which really does stand out, but maybe some people like the simplicity of the background. I don't know, but all in all, I do really like the Star Wars Black Series packaging. After a couple of years now, I still like it. Got a different color green, almost like an army grayish green for the Book of Boba Fett stripe. You can tell what kind of figure it is. Almost like Return of the Jedi, but a little bit different. A little glamour shot of Fennec Shand there. On the back, of course, we got the blur. We'll read that. We'll see what all the fuss is about old Fennec Shand. She stole our heart in a hurry, it seems like. Let's see. Fennec Shand, an assassin and an elite mercenary who has worked for all the top syndicates. Clever, capable, and cunning. She is a formidable opponent. An opponent for who? Everybody. Everybody. That's who. We're going to open it from the bottom. That's how we open the Black Series, from the bottom like so. See you later. Long game. There it goes. Double plastic prison. There she is, locked away. Get her out of there. See you later, plastic prison. Spider-Man style. See you later. And now we're going to pop her out, see what all the fuss is about with old Fennec Shand. There it is. See you later. Goodbye. I'm going to grab a ringside collectible stand and see how well she fits there in a second. But let's get down to it. Let's look at the accessories first on this. We get a blaster rifle. Why do I feel like I've seen this rifle in the past? I could be wrong, but maybe I'm right. You know, that's one or the other, right? You're either right or wrong. But I feel like we've seen this in the past with somebody. Maybe not. But it is all one color, one piece to the weapon. It's got the scope up top. Nice sculpt into it, but nothing really fancy. Some silver highlights would have done wonders for this. At least they got the little orange spots on the little strap there. Much similar to a guitar strap. She got a rifle strap. As we all know, she carries that around her, ready to go, ready to throw down at a moment's notice. But at least we got orange in there, but I would have liked a little silver detail on the weapon, something to that effect. Then, of course, we get the masked helmet, which is always pretty cool. You guys know I love face paint, I love masks, things like that. Especially, goes all the way to Leia in disguise back in Return of the Jedi, you know, having the mask and helmet. Who is this mysterious character? Well, you find out it's Leia. Same thing with Fennec Shand a little bit. Hopefully this pops on her head, and it does pop on. So gives her a little air and a little cloud of mystery with their helmet on. Obviously, I think most people will probably display her without the helmet. You guys tell me in the comments. I will be without the helmet, but I'll probably have her holding on to it. But it does fit very snug, as Black Series always fit very snug on their helmets. I've always found that. This is no different. And now we get Fennec Shand. Let's get down to business with this figure. It is a female figure, so it is a little bit smaller. She does have a little bit of a scar underneath her eye and a little scuff mark, so I don't know if that's just a quality issue or I've never looked close enough at her face to see the scar under her left eye. But I'm sure you'll be able to pick that up on the glamour shot. So we do see that, and that could be just the helmet being too tight. I'm not sure. Nice hair. I like the commitment to her character to get the orange and black outfit, but then putting the orange in the black hair. Boy, that's commitment. That's tailoring your outfits to your hair. Kudos to her. She really thinks about all this stuff when she wakes up in the morning, obviously. One little strand of hair in her face. Nice braids on top to a ponytail off to the side there. A nice ponytail. Once again, got orange highlights and an orange braid in it. So she's there. She's quite the champion. Then we got her black outfit. Nice sculpting details. Different lines on it. Nice shoulder kind of harness. To a nice skirt going on. Then piping and lines throughout her arms. Getting the orange accents there on her forearms. Once again, single jointed elbows. No bicep cut on her. We got waist. Listen to that ratcheting noise. That's quite the thing. And we had that in another Star Wars figure we unboxed not too long ago. So there must be a little bit of changes in articulation with that. Single jointed elbows, like I said. Wrists do move. She does have a trigger finger on one. Just a holding hand on the other one. Then you get down. She does have a thigh cut going on underneath her skirt. Single jointed elbows, but pretty good. Not a ton of movement. I thought it went a little farther than I thought it did. It is not. So you got single jointed elbows. I know that's a gripe for a lot of people in the Star Wars Black Series that articulation went backwards. Seems a little crazy, but it's all, at the end of the day, you put that business hat on. It's probably very expensive for Hasbro to get the license, all that kind of stuff from the Star Wars, George Lucas and friends, Disney, I guess, at this point. So you got to make cost cuts somewhere. And as far as Marvel Legends, wrestling, I want more articulation for those. For me, Star Wars is one line. I'm okay with less articulation, at least on the majority of the characters. I think I'm okay with that. I don't know about you guys. You guys can answer comments below. Then you get a nice turn to the kneecap here, so you can kind of turn a little bit. Takes away some of that extra articulation boot cut as you lock it into that knee. So you can get some extra articulation that other lines don't have, but it's nothing too special. Then you get the ankles. Nice loose ankles for once, and I'm weird to say that, but Star Wars historically always has very tight ankle joints to me. This is very, very loose here, so she's got some up and down. And then you get the nice piping to match, very color-coordinated outfit on old Fennec Shand. Does she fit on a ringside collectible stand? Oh, like a glove. She fits right there. There it is. She fits perfectly on a stand. For those keeping track at home, there's old Fennec Shand. It's okay. We like a character. You need the character. She's kind of Boba Fett's Chewbacca in some ways, if you think about it. She's got a strap that goes over. She's got hair. She's hangs out with bounty hunters and smugglers and things. I mean, it's a reach, I know, but play along at home. Now we turn our attention to Boba Fett. An interesting Boba Fett, and I gotta say, the shine is off of Boba Fett a little bit. When I was growing up as a kid, obviously, I think Return of the Jedi, what was that, 83? I was like 2 years old when that came out or so. So I was pretty young. But on the old playground, we talked the playground. I'm sure you've been on a playground in your recess days back in the day. We always talked Star Wars, of course, in your, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13-year-old years, all the way up to 16. Who are we kidding? I talk at the lunch break right now about Star Wars from time to time. But Boba Fett was such a guy of mystery. What's he look like? What's his story? Never has there been a character with such little screen time that took the imagination of so many kids back in the day. Well, they said, hey, guess what? We got to monetize this. There's a lot of people with Boba Fett at the tip of their tongue. How do we make money off this? So now they start telling stories. There's backstories. There's comic books. There's extra figures. Now there's an own TV story. TV show on Disney Plus, and I don't know, it's like your own imagination worked up the story of Boba Fett, and now they give you something that doesn't jive with your story. It's just interesting. There's not a lot of characters that have had that dynamic over the years. I'm going to follow it through. I'm going to see where this Boba Fett story goes. I don't know about this whole nomad thing, fighting with Tusken Raiders, then kind of joining up with them. I did enjoy the show for what it was, but I don't know if that's exactly the story I was looking for. And of course, the Clone Wars gave his childhood. Here's how he came to be. Long story short, he went from really no scenes in the movie, hardly anything, and everybody loved him, to now really one of the top characters in the Star Wars universe. So you never know how these things are going to go. But here we get his Mandalorian appearance, looking like a nomad out in the sands of Tatooine or something. There's with his accessories, of course, the Mandalorian orange bar logos down below. Glamour shot on the side. He's got that Tusken Raider stick. He can swing that. I saw a video of him at a Comic-Con swinging that thing around for people. That was pretty impressive. I was very impressed by, was it Tamano Morrison or something? I don't know how to say his name. But there he is. Nice glamour shot on the back. We got a blurb. Let's see what it says about old Boba Fett. The Tython edition here. Once regarded as one of the most fearsome and capable bounty hunters in the galaxy, Boba Fett seemingly met his demise in the Sarlacc pit on Tatooine, like so many others before him, of course. A survivor to his core, Fett lived to fight another day. And who'd have thunk it? Who'd have thunk he would have found his way out? But man, he did. He did. You got to give it up to him. See you later off to the side, knocking things over. Plastic prison. There he is in his nice, finest robe. It's almost robe season. See you later. See you later, Spider-Man style. He's got all kinds of stuff. He's got his, this is really Tusken Raider Boba Fett is what this is. He's got his Gimmer stick. Or maybe that's Yoda that's got the Gimmer stick. I don't know what you call these things. See you later. I don't even remember what Tython is. What is Tython exactly? I can't even remember. Is this a Tython stick? I don't know. But this is very much the Sand Raiders type weapon. And this is a little bit more detailed than ones we've got in the past. We've got two-tone colors, nice gold on the end, nice gripping leather style here all the way to the, I don't know, whatever you call that, the pointy end of the stick. But then a nice real rope in here. I really do like that. Extra attention to detail here, really dressing this up. So that looks really good. Then you get his long rifle here. You don't get soft goods, you don't get a rope, but it's sculpted right there, so you have that. It does move around a little bit if you are so inclined. And then once again, you get nice color. You get brown throughout, you get brown on the trigger, you get a darker scope color, then you get the gold throughout, and then you get a nice leather strap with it as well. Really good accessory. And then he even gets a blaster. Look at that. He gets a nice blaster. Once again, nice decor on here. You got the leather handle, nice silver gun. I mean, it looks like a silver galaxy gun from Star Wars. So really good accessories there. I'm here for that. But what about the figure? And of course, we'll do the ringside stand check, see if he fits on that. But he's got a nice robe on, and oh, there's some magic under that robe. You pull this robe up, and it looks like he just stepped out of the Ace of Spades Motorhead album cover. He's got his bullet belt going on. He's got some, oh boy, we even got a little skirt action going on there, a little half skirt. He's got his baggy pants. Got regular shoes down below, so he does have stuff. They could have really cheapened this out and just really had nothing under there to say, hey, it's robed Boba Fett. That's the way he's going to be. Got a nice hood going up on here as well. Nice soft goods robe. Nice sturdy figure. A very sturdy figure here. Oh boy, hard articulation. What do we got going on under here? Is it just really tight joints? It seems to be. Yeah, very tight on the elbow, but single jointed throughout. Same articulation as Fennec Shand. But a very, very good looking robed figure. Not a ton of balls and whistles. I think you got to keep the robe on him. Obviously, we're getting a lot of repaints, a lot of reuse out of this stuff. There's a deluxe one coming, which I haven't seen yet. We're getting some more Boba Fett figures in the future, and I don't think that's going to slow down anytime soon. So it just depends. Choose your own Boba Fett. If you don't need all of them, choose the ones you want. Maybe it's his iconic look from the original trilogies. Maybe it's this one. Maybe it's some of his futuristic ones. As we saw from the Book of Boba Fett when he had his armor on. Choose your own adventure, or get them all. You do whatever you want to do. Then we get the head on him. Bald head. Definitely older. He's got kind of a white tint to him. A little bit of scar action because we know he was beaten up in that old Sarlacc pit. He's seen better days in there, and he had to get rejuvenated. All that kind of stuff. I really hope they build out a lot more of the Book of Boba Fett universe, and it seems they will. As we saw Fennec Shand as #1, you got to think they're going to continue on to that. But like I say with Star Wars, they seem to be focused at Hasbro on so much on the Bad Batch, the Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett. They're really forgetting the old trilogy figures. You know, the original New Hope and Empire Strikes Back. We just don't get a ton of figures in those lines, and those are the bread and butter of somebody like me. Obviously, there's new generations coming up. I get all that. You have to have those characters. But don't forget the people that brought you to the dance. That's what I'm going to say right there. But Boba Fett, pretty good. Worth the pickup for me. Not sure if it will be for you, but I do like this one a little bit more than Fennec Shand. I really do like this robe. It gives me those Emperor vibes. Very, very cool figure. But our final one, we're back to the Mandalorian. We're taking a look at Migs Mayfeld, and we know we have another Migs Mayfeld coming very soon in his other gear from the Mandalorian show. But this was the easy one, getting that Han Solo kind of repaint going on. Gotta get the most out of your molds, gotta get a deal. That's what Hasbro's doing, and that's part of my downness on the Black Series right now, to be honest. But there it is, Migs Mayfeld. He does have the blaster going on. Got a little glamour shot on the side there, Mandalorian packaging, of course. Blurb on the back, warnings, all that, UPCs, all that fun stuff. Let's read the back, see what it says about old Migs Mayfeld. Morak, whatever Morak. Is it a Morak disguise? I don't remember these things. A hot-headed ex-Imperial sharpshooter, Migs Mayfeld was once the smart-mouthed leader of a gang of criminals. Mayfeld's skills and old ties helped the Mandalorian on his mission to rescue Grogu from Moff Gideon. So he was kind of a bad guy to a good guy to kind of a middle-of-the-road type guy, really, is what he is. Off to the side, see you later. Plastic prison, there he is again. And see you later, goodbye. It'll be interesting with these packaging changes with the Star Wars Black Series. I think we'll continue the same packaging. I think we'll just see a graphic, an image of the figure instead of seeing through the figure. I don't know. What are you going to do, you men on card collectors? Are you going to be okay with that? I don't know if I am. I don't know if I am. I want to see the figure. I don't mind being in package, but I got to be able to still see the figure. I don't want to see box art. Box art's good if it's a big vehicle, something like that. That makes sense to me. This doesn't make sense to me as a men on card collector. See you later. So really, it could be the day of where a lot of men on card collectors just say, see you later overnight. You're giving me a price increase. I can't see the figures of which I enjoy the most. I'm out of the game, and that could affect Hasbro's bottom line. But once again, I think the collector is truly the vocal minority. They're still the kids. They're still the grandparents buying these things like that. And then they have taken price increases, so they don't have to sell as many as they did before in some instances. Business 101, you guys know how it goes. But an interesting figure here. Got to get the most out of your molds. Got to get the reuse. We got was that Bill Burr? Isn't that his name, I believe? You got his head. It's interesting they didn't package this separately because you could probably get a little bit more of sales knowing this head's here. But at the same time, you could army build this. Just keep that on there. Buy a bunch of these. All of a sudden, you got an army of these guys. So it just depends what you want to do. But it is old school Star Wars is what this feels like. Feels like that Han Solo, which I don't think I own that Han Solo. I think I passed on that back in the day. Maybe I need to revisit that and see if I can pick it up. He does have a very plain blaster. We've seen this blaster before. It does fit in his holster, hopefully. And it does. So you can stick that there. You can store that right on him. Single jointed elbows. Bicep swivel. Nope. We got a little shoulder gauntlets on there. He does have an upper vest going on. It is not removable. Kind of a backpack integrated in. Nice sculpting up around the shoulders. Head removable, or I should say helmet removable, like I said. Nice black visor there to give a little different colors. Some tattered and torn. You got some stains and some dirt. Like, this is not brand new, fresh armor. This is a guy that's seen some things. So you got that. Wrist articulation, of course. Waist side to side, nice waist movement. You do get double jointed knees on this one, so a step back in time with some double jointed knees action with your Star Wars figure. Also, you get a thigh cut, which is always appreciated. And then I am a little worried about these ankles. These ankles look absolutely horrendous. What are we doing here? I have a feeling this might even break off. This looks really, really bad. I'm going to have to heat that up or play around with it because this ankle looks real bad shape here. Very dirty shoes as well. I should mention that. But what are we doing? This ankle is bad. This one looks normal and works fine. Ugh, I don't know. These ankles on some of these old Star Wars figures especially, they don't want to move. They look like they're about ready to break. You can see stresses in the plastic sometimes right out of the package. I don't like that at all. Don't like that at all. I guess I really didn't talk about the head on Bill here. It looks just like him. Bald head, nice little kind of 5 o'clock shadow. A little bit more than a 5 o'clock shadow going on. Does got a little scuffage on his head. His eyes are really what peeks through on this one. You can really see through his eyes. It really does give this, without those eye color, I mean, it would almost look like just a blinding light. He's very, very bright. He's got a very bright chrome dome going on. So we do have that going down. Better grab a ringside stand, see if he fits on here. Oh, he's tight, but he fits. So we're 3 for 3 in the ringside stand challenge. If I'm ranking these in order, that's exactly the order. This is my least favorite. Doesn't feel that special to me. New character, which is fun, but just not as special. I like to get these two together. I can now reenact a little bit of Mandalorian, a little bit of Book of Boba Fett, and we got more of those to come. Like I said, we got another Migs Mayfeld coming, more of the gear we wanted him to be in. If we would have got that one first, he probably would have moved up my list a little bit, but this one just feels like kind of an easy, cheap out repaint is what this one really feels like to me. But all in all, it's okay. It's Star Wars Black Series. It's 2022. Things have really changed over the last years for this line as far as I feel. We got some exciting stuff to come. We'll unbox it on the channel. I just hope things get back to where we want them to be. Give us all areas of the universe of Star Wars. Give us all the kind of things. Don't focus on all these gaming greats. It's only a small population of your fan base. Not everybody plays the games, and it seems like we get gaming greats all the time when there's so many classic characters we don't get. And I get it. Those gaming greats, very cheap, simple repaints, very easy to do, very cost effective, where you got to get new molds for classic characters. But guess what? Your fan base wants the classic characters, so make sure you bring those to the table, Hasbro. So you guys tell me your thoughts on this Black Series in general. I'd be anxious to hear what you guys think about these and all the other Black Series figures. Don't forget to like this video, give it the old thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit the old notification bell, follow along on social media, SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. Of course, this video much earlier on Patreon. Best of all, you support the channel, link in the description below, and ProWrestlingTees.com, search Kyle Peterson. So for a little Star Wars Black Series, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.